Om Sri Sai Ram. Hearty welcome to Sri Sathya Seva Gurukulam online classes. Are all happy? Okay. So shall we pass on to a very interesting and most important chapter in the triangles. What do you mean by triangle? Triangle is a plane figure having three sides, three vertices and three angles, is it not? So in that triangle we are going to see what is meant by congruency of triangles. Before that, let us just recall what we know about this. We have seen in our previous classes about the triangles. How many types of triangles are there? With regard to angles, there are three types. Come on, what are they? Right angle triangle, then isosceles triangle, scalene triangle, and then with regard to sides, there are three types. One is equilateral triangle, then come on, yes, isosceles triangle, scalene triangle. In angles you have obtuse angle triangle and acute angle triangle also. So totally there are 6 types of triangles, and quadrilaterals also you have seen. What is a quadrilateral? It is a plane figure having 4 sides, 4 vertices, 4 angles and 2 diagonals. The sum of all the angles is equal to 360 degrees. In case of triangle, the sum of the 3 angles is equal to 180 degrees or 2 right angles, right? Also we have seen about lines. What is a line? Line is a set of points, is it not? There are 2 types of lines. One is a straight line, another is curved line. In a straight line, the set of points in a single direction, whereas curved line, the direction go on changing. Angles also you have seen. What is an angle? It is the distance between 2 rays at a common point. How many types of angles are there? Come on. Acute angle, right angle, then obtuse angle, straight angle, reflex angle, and yes, that's all, 5, is it not? That you have studied in the previous classes. And types of angles, just now we discussed about that, and also we have studied about angle sum property of a triangle. In a given triangle, the sum of the 3 angles is equal to 2 right angles or 180 degrees. We have studied all these things in the previous class. So with this knowledge, we will pass on to today's topic, that is about concept of congruence. 2 figures which are the same shape and size are called congruent figures, and this property is called congruence. I think all of you have seen leaves of a plant, right? 2 plants have different kinds of leaves, is it not? But the leaves of the same plant are equal. Their shape is same, size may vary. Now we are discussing about figures having same shape also, same size also. Size and shape should be same. For that we will just recall some of the figures what you have seen. Leaves of the same tree have almost the same size and shape. I think you agree with that. One more activity also you can do. Take one white sheet of paper and fold it. Keep one carbon paper in it. And if you draw a figure in that, any figure of a bird or animal or whatever it is, the carbon copy will have the same shape and same size, right? So, two wings of a butterfly. Almost all of you might have seen butterfly. So beautiful, na? See, God's creation is so beautiful. In that, butterfly is still beautiful because it has got beautiful colors and beautiful wings. Is it not? So the two wings are identical in all aspects. And ATM cards. Nowadays ATM is inevitable. Everybody will have ATM card. ATM card of the same bank, not of different banks. Different banks have different color and different sizes. But of the same bank, two ATM cards are identical. And we call it as congruent cards. This is congruent wings. And this is congruent leaves. I think you understood the meaning of the word congruent. Okay. Now we shall see some pictures of them. Various figures or objects in our daily life can be categorized in terms of their shapes and sizes in the following manner. So here are some figures. Here different shapes and sizes. This one. What this is called? Triangle. How many sides it has? 3 sides. What is this called? Rectangle. How many sides? 4 sides. What is this shape? Rhombus. What is speciality? 2 diagonals bisect at right angles. And all the sides are equal. And in case of trapezium, now one pair of sides are parallel. Is it not? That is also quadrilateral. So these are different shapes, different sizes. Now we will come to one more example. What is this flower called? Rose, is it? So life is like a rose. You must make it fragrant. Means our dealings with people should be sweet and soft. Okay. And objects which have the same shape. These roses have the same shape, but different size. This is smaller, this is bigger. You might have seen in the market also, when you purchase the roses, different colors also will be there, different sizes also will be there, right? So this is one more thing you have seen. And this is another interesting thing. 1 rupee coin. How do you find these two coins? They have the same shape, same size. This is called congruency, because the diameter of the two circles are also same. Suppose you take 2 rupees coin, it is different, or 5 rupees coin, still different, right? But here, because both of them are 1 rupee coin, they have the same shape and same size. Okay, one more congruency you can see in the case of postage stamps. So in postal card there will be a stamp here, Gandhi photo for example. That is a stamp, and this has the same shape and size. So you can call it as congruent stamps. This is congruent coins. Of course, when you say coin, you are not considering the thickness. We are considering only the shape and radius. Okay. Here also, thickness of the card is not counted. Only stamp is counted, and we found that the length and breadth of the stamps are equal. And now one more, two photo prints. See the kids, same kid here. Here what is, one is negative, another is real photo. So negative and real photo will be of the same size and same shape. In photography, that is one of the interesting thing you can see. And same shape in photo, starts with stamp photo. Then you have a passport size, then card size, cabinet size, A4 size, life size. They are all same photos, same shape, but sizes are different. That we call it as similar figures. This is congruent figures. Shape also same, size also same. Okay, these are some of the interesting things what we see in nature. Like that you can go on listing out. Not only this, you have some more also. Okay, now let us consider the today's topic. So let us see what is the criteria for congruency of figures. So congruent figures, when placed on the other, exactly coincide. You might have seen filter papers. Seen? It is round in shape. All filter papers are exactly same. If you keep one paper on the other, both will be identically equal. So, or cover each other equal to corresponding parts of the other. For example, two line segments. Suppose you say the length of AB is 4 centimeters, length of CD is 4 centimeters, then we say these two line segments are congruent. AB is equal to CD. Okay, this is called line segment. Line means it can be extended to both sides, but segment means a part of a line. Okay, and second one, two squares are congruent if their sizes are equal. Sides are equal, sorry. So length and breadth, say suppose it is 4 centimeters, here also 4, then this here also 4 and 4. So you have, they are called congruent squares. Congruent squares. So let us suppose this length is 4 and breadth is 4. And if you have same length here also, breadth also, we say congruent squares. Naturally all the angles are right angles in a square. So it has got same shape and same size. Therefore we say the square ABCD is congruent to square PQRS. And if you consider a circle, for example, two circles are congruent if their radii are equal. So when the radii are equal, suppose you say radii is 7 centimeter here, this is 7 centimeter here, and O is the center, OA is the radius, OB we will call it. If the radii are equal, the circumference also will be equal. What is a circle? Come on. Circle is the locus of a moving point. So here is a point called A. It moves. How does it move? Equidistant from a fixed point. So fixed point is O, called center. Distance is called OA as radius. So this path traced by a point, moving point, is called circle, and this total is called as circumference. So if the radius is 7 centimeter, circumference is equal to 2 pi r. So 2 into pi into, suppose the radius is 7 You have 44 centimeters. Same thing here also, 44 centimeters. So these two are called congruent figures, congruent circles, provided the radii are equal. Okay, when radii are equal, circumferences also will be equal. So these are some of the congruent figures. Okay. Now congruency of triangles. Two triangles are congruent if all the sides and angles of one are equal to corresponding sides and angles of the other. So in a given triangle there are how many sides? 3 sides. And how many angles? 3 angles. So the congruency says PQ is equal to XY, then PR is equal to XZ, and QR is equal to YZ. Then the two triangles are said to be congruent. Means, suppose you keep this triangle PQR on XYZ, it will resemble each other, or they will form the same type, no? And even in case of angles also, if angle P is equal to X, call it as 1, and Q is equal to Y, and R is equal to Z, then we say two triangles are congruent. Okay. So here these two are called congruent because the shape of these two are same, the sizes are same, and the angles are also same. Okay. Then we say they are congruent triangles. So PQR, triangle PQR is congruent to triangle XYZ. How to write it? This can be written as, so like this, triangle PQR congruent. So note this, these two lines here and sleeping S. Sleeping S. Okay, or sometimes they read like this also. That's also okay. That's called congruent symbol. Suppose write like this, what happens? It is called similar, or sometimes they write like this also. This is called similarity. This is about congruency, right? So triangle PQR is said to be congruent to XYZ. That's how you represent it. Okay. So this is how to write it. Please note here afterwards, the small, this type what you write, you call as triangle, and this symbol is called congruence symbol. Okay. Now we will see the condition for congruency. Criteria for congruency of triangles. Consider triangle ABC and triangle PQR. So here are two triangles, and first condition, you see, if BC is equal to QR and AB is equal to PQ and included angle ABC, suppose this is 60 degrees, this also will be 60 degrees, then we say two triangles are congruent, and that is called SAS criterion. SAS. So here, So just now I told all those things. This is called SAS. Why SAS? One side, no, two sides, these two sides and one included angle, they are equal. Therefore, we say two triangles are congruent. So, when two sides and one included angle of one triangle are equal to the corresponding side and included angle of the other triangle, then the two triangles are said to be congruent. That is called SAS. That is not no, it is yes. SAS criterion. And that is the first condition. What is the second condition? ASA. We also called as AAS. That is also okay. If any two angles and one side of a triangle are equal to corresponding angles and side of the other, then the two triangles are congruent. For example, we will draw a triangle. Consider triangle ABC and triangle PQR such that BC is equal to QR, one side. Angle B is equal to angle Q. Angle C is equal to angle R. Then we say triangle ABC is congruent to triangle PQR. Writing down? Write down then and there. And what is the condition called? ASA. See here, A is angle. Suppose this is 1 and this is 2. We call it as ASA. ASA. Okay. So this condition, the second condition or criteria is if one side and two angles of the one triangle are equal to the corresponding angles and side of the other, we say two triangles are congruent. Means if you keep this triangle on the other, it sets in perfectly. Okay, and third condition. So now let us work out one problem on this, okay. So there are two lines here, AB and CD. See, AB is one line, CD is another line. They bisect each other at O. Prove that CA is equal to BD. So this is bisecting means what? The lengths are same. Suppose this is 4 centimeter, this also is 4. Suppose this is 5, this also is 5. That is called bisecting, cutting at equal angles. Now we have to prove that CA is equal to BD. How to prove it? There are two sides are given. What about angle? So one more angle you want, no? Can you think of the angle? Come on, draw the figure. Any angles equal here? Yes? Yeah, this is called vertically opposite angles. They will be equal, right? That is what you have tried. So in triangle AOC and BOD, AOC is here and BOD is here. In these two triangles, writing down, okay. CO is equal to OD. CO is equal to OD. If this is 4 centimeters, this also is 4. Then you have AO is equal to AO. If this is 5, OB also is 5. Angle AOC is equal to angle BOD. Two angles are equal, vertically opposite angles. Okay. Therefore, we have triangle AOC is congruent to triangle BOD. This is by SAS axiom. Okay. And therefore, if the two triangles are congruent, CA is equal to BD. CA and BD are equal. Okay. Because if you cut this triangle AOC and keep it on BOD, they will be identically equal. So, when these two sides and one angle are equal means other angles and sides also must be equal. That is what understood in case of congruency of triangles. Shall we pass on to next problem? Okay. Next problem. AB is parallel to CD. O is the midpoint of BC. So, given, note down the figure. AB is parallel to CD. O is the midpoint of BC. So, O is the midpoint means what? BO is equal to OC. Show that O is midpoint of AD also. So, you can write solution or you can write proof also. Better write proof. Come on, name the two triangles. Yes, in triangle AOB and triangle COD. What are the sides equal? You are given BO is equal to OC. That is given. What else can you prove? Because they are parallel, you have the alternate angles. Namely, this B will be equal to angle C. Is it not? And also, these two angles will be equal. So, you are given that AB is parallel to CD and hence you have angle ABO is equal to DCO. What type of angle are they? They are called alternate angles. In geometry, you must always write reasoning subject. And one more thing, you can write it as angle AOB is equal to COD. They are vertically opposite angles. Vertically opposite angles. So, you see, one side and two angles of one triangle are equal to corresponding side and corresponding angles of the other, and therefore you can write triangle AOB is congruent to triangle COD. By which axiom? It is by ASA condition, axiom you can write. Axiom you can write, or you can write criteria, both are same. and therefore you have, if you cut that triangle AOB and keep it on COD, perfectly equal. Last point, AO is equal to OD. So what do you mean by AO is equal to OD? You have to write it as O is also the midpoint of AD. O is also the midpoint of AD. Alright, taken down? Very nice. Shall we pass on to home assignment? Yes, first home assignment. In the figure, Px and Qy are perpendicular to each other, perpendicular to PQ, and Px is equal to Qy. Show that Ax is equal to Ay. Will you try it? Okay. Second problem. In the figure, angle B is equal to angle C. AB is equal to AC. Prove that triangle ABE is congruent to triangle ACD. So AB is here, ACD is here. You must tell that a congruent. And hence show that CD is equal to BE. Okay, that you have to prove. Let us see what Baba says. Bhagwan Baba says, secret of perfect health lies in keeping the mind always cheerful. So ABC of life is always be cheerful. Never worried and never hurried. Never borne down by any fear, thought or anxiety. So if you keep your mind in cheerfulness, then you are perfect in health. That is what Baba says. Okay. Come prepared with the answers for the home assignment. Thank you.